Black Sea and is less than half a mile wide at points, also had a reputation for peril. The popular story of Jason and the Argonauts credited the danger to giant wandering rocks that patrolled the strait in search of unwary vessels to crush. In Apollonius of Rhodes's version, Jason and his men sailed through the Bosporus, but were stopped from entering the Black Sea by the Symplegades, massive boulders that slammed violently together when anything passed between them. Determined to defeat the trap, Jason released a dove that darted between the rocks. The giants crashed together with such force that water and steam exploded upward, obscuring the view. The dove made it through, losing only a few tail feathers in the journey. At once, Jason ordered his men to row the Argo forward, before the rocks were able to strike again. This they did, although the contrary swell of the waters from the Black Sea nearly doomed them. Seeing their danger, the goddess Athena swept them forward, and just in time. The rocks crashed together once again, pulverizing a decoration on the ship's stern, but leaving the men unharmed. Jason's victory broke the magic of the Symplegades, and henceforward the way to the Black Sea was open. As the Greeks settled new colonies closer to the Black Sea, it, too, became a less inhospitable place, at least for them. Increasingly, they referred to it simply as Pontus, the sea. The Sea of Marmara they called Propontis, meaning before the sea, suggesting that journeys northward were becoming more common. The Black Sea had much to recommend it to the merchants of the Greek world. There one could obtain the rich produce of the Danube and the Crimea, as well as goods that traveled overland from the Asian steppes from as far away as India. The Black Sea might be a difficult place, but the lure of profit was strong. It was the search for profit that gave birth to the city of Istanbul. In or around 667 BC, ships filled with Megarian colonists sailed into the Bosporus searching for a new home. On the western side of the strait, within view of Chalcedon, arose a lush and hilly peninsula jutting out into the water. Immediately to its north flowed a wide and slow-moving river emptying lazily into the Bosporus. To the west of the peninsula were the dense forests and fertile soils of the Thracian countryside. It seemed in every way a perfect location for a commercial city. The river, which was soon named the Golden Horn, Chrysochras, provided a natural harbor for vessels, protecting them from the swift currents of the Bosporus running south. It also acted as a fishery, catching with its curved shores confused schools on their way down to the Aegean. The fish in the Golden Horn were so abundant that they could be caught by hand or by simply throwing rocks into the water. A high hill at the point of the peninsula, modern Seraglio Point, not only allowed one to survey the entire entrance to the mighty Bosporus, but was defended by steep sides and surrounding waters. This was a location from which one could, with sufficient naval strength, command the Bosporus, the link between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean Sea. The Megarian colonists landed their vessels, performed their rituals of dedication, and began the hard work of building a new city. They named it Byzantium. Those first Greek settlers were engaging in a costly gamble. Chalcedon, just across the Bosporus, had already established itself as the center of commerce in that part of the Sea of Marmara. There was no need for a Greek merchant vessel to fight the Bosporus current to land at Byzantium when Chalcedon was so close and so convenient. Byzantium, though, was focused on a different market, one that remained unproven. For Byzantium to succeed, Greek commerce into the Black Sea needed to flourish. And it did. Within a century, Greek colonies appeared along the upper Bosporus and even on the southern shores of the Black Sea. Trade through the strait became brisk. Soon Byzantium outstripped the older Chalcedon in every way. Indeed, visitors to the region often assumed that Byzantium was the original settlement and Chalcedon simply a suburb, as it would later become and remains today. In the early 6th century BC, the Persian general Megabyzus was astonished to learn that colonists from Megara had founded Chalcedon 17 years before the settlement of Byzantium. How could the Chalcedons have missed the rich peninsula just across the Bosporus? He joked that Chalcedon must have been founded by a company of blind men. Megabyzus' jest quickly worked its way into